Hey guys, it's me back again. Uh, this time with my WWE TLC pay-per-view review. This was actually a pretty damn good pay-per-view. Um, no Cena, surprisingly, and no Kane as well, but it was still a good pay-per-view. We had a lot of surprises in this pay-per-view, and I'll get into that right now. The first match that started off was Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title. It was an excellent opening match. Zack Ryder ended up winning with his finisher cleanly. Um, it had that nice little feel good moment. Had his dad in the crowd and his friend the Big O in the crowd. So that was pretty good. You saw his dad crying after he won. The crowd was hot. They were 100% behind Ryder, and yeah, it was a good match. It was a good story. Uh, a lot of back and forth action. A lot of, you didn't think Zack Ryder was gonna win. A lot of teases. A lot of near falls back and forth. And again, Ziggler looked great in the ring. So now it's just now what do you do with Ziggler? Do you start giving him that title shot and get him in the title picture? Or you still have him feud with Zack Ryder for another month? I'm curious what they're gonna do with him. But overall, this match right here, I don't even have to go through the other matches. Was probably almost the match of the night, just by the crowd reaction, by you know the fan. I'm sorry, the emotion in the arena for him. It was just unbelievable. Uh, Congrats to Zack Ryder for winning his first title. Second match after that was Air Boom versus Epico and Primo for the tag team titles. This was announced on the pay per view. Basic tag match, back and forth action, a lot of high flying moves from both from Air Boom, of course. Um, Kofi and Evan Bourne ended up winning when Kofi did his finisher, I believe, on Carlito. Oh, I'm sorry, Carlito. Primo, I believe. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, it was nice to see Air Boom back. It was funny because I was mentioning to a friend of mine who was watching the pay per view with me, like we haven't seen Air Boom together as a team since uh, Evan Bourne got suspended. I know I haven't watched. I didn't watch last week's SmackDown or for the tribute to the troops, so I don't know. Maybe they did team up since then, but I haven't seen them together, and it was just weird how they just were on the pay per view. But it was a good match, and it's glad to see Air Boom back in action. After that, we had the Orton versus Wade match, which is weird. They had it so early in the card, but other than that being the weird thing, it was a good match. A lot of brawling outside. Uh, Wade got cut open because Orton hit the table up, kind of like a seesaw, hit him in the face and cut him open. Not too bad, just a little nice little gash on above his eye. Um, ended up winning by doing the RKO through a table midair. Or Wade Barrett was jumping off the ropes to do a move onto Orton. He was laying on the table. Orton got up and RKO'd him through a table. Doesn't make Wade look weak because he didn't get pinned. Also, Wade was pretty much dominant during the match. He was basically taking control of Orton, and then Orton does his little comeback of always. So, other than that, it was a good match. And now where do you go? Do you get Orton back in the title picture? Do you get these guys feuding again? Is Wade gonna want a rematch? It's just after the surprise tonight, you don't know what the hell's going on the SmackDown brand, and I'll be getting into that shortly. But other than that, it was a good match, solid win for Orton, and it doesn't make Wade Barrett look weak at all after him losing, especially he didn't get pinned, like I said. Well, after that, we had a Divas match. Who gives a shit about that? It was fucking horrible. Best Phoenix ended up winning, thank God. After that, we had the fifth match of the night. Was Nash versus Triple H, and the ladder match, sledgehammer match, I guess you can say. Solid brawl, not much wrestling here. Just back and forth, beating the shit out of each other. A lot of nice spots. Nash went through a table. Um, Triple H took a pretty nasty sidewalk slam onto the ladder. I thought that was pretty nasty. Um, Triple H ended up winning. They were both on the ladder trying to get the sledgehammer. Triple H hit him twice with the sledgehammer while it was hanging. That's when Nash fell, went through the table. Triple H ended up grabbing the sledgehammer, hit him a couple of times. He tried to do a pedigree on Nash, which Nash botched. I don't know if he was just so tired he couldn't do it or what. So then Triple H got him up again, and then pedigreed him again, and ended up pinning him. But yeah, he beat the shit out of him with that sledgehammer, and that botch was pretty funny. But other than that, it was a pretty solid match. And I'm hearing that it's Kevin Nash's last match. Uh, I hope it is because he looks old, and it was just a slow match at times, and you could tell it's because of Kevin Nash. But other than that, there's not much I could say about that, but it was a pretty good match. I should say brawl, not really a match. Another match that was added onto the card during the night was Sheamus versus Swagger. Another solid win for Sheamus. He continues his hot streak. I'm seeing him carrying the belt pretty soon. Swagger looked good too. He got a lot of offense in this match. Not another squash match or nothing. Especially when they announced this match on the pay-per-view, I was like, oh, this is going to be a squash match. But actually it wasn't. It was actually a pretty good match. Swagger had a lot of offense on Sheamus, where he actually thought maybe Swagger could pull off the win. But Sheamus ended up doing his bro kick and knocking the shit out of Swagger. So Sheamus ended up winning that match. Alright, now the big news. Big Show versus Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match didn't go very long. It went probably about 5 to 6 minutes. Big Show ended up winning, surprisingly. I was as shocked as everybody. He ended up doing his punch to Mark Henry. I'm not sure if he hit through the chair to hit him, or he went around the chair to hit Mark Henry, but he knocked him out. After that, Big Show kind of celebrated a little bit. Mark Henry came up from behind Big Show, hit him in the knee, and then did a DDT on about a stack of 5 chairs. And you can just hear the crowd chanting Daniel Bryan, and he comes out, cashes it in, and pins Big Show. And we have a new world heavyweight champion in Daniel Bryan. Wow. That was probably the shock of the night. I could not believe it. I didn't really think they were going to actually have him cash it in. You know, there's rumors that Mark Henry is hurt, that he has a pulled groin. So they had to think of something. And I guess that was the last resort. But who cares? Fuck it. That's a great opportunity for Daniel Bryan. I hope he does get to keep the title for longer than a lot of people expect him to. And it's just now what's going to go down? Who's going to face Daniel Bryan? Are we going to have a rematch at Royal Rumble with Big Show? Are we going to see maybe a Big Show heel turn? Because he didn't look happy. So you don't know what's going to go down, and I'm excited. I'm actually going to tune in SmackDown and not watch the DVR version. I'm actually going to watch it, and I maybe not even read the spoilers. I'm actually really excited to see what's going to go down. After that, we had Cody Rhodes and Booker T, finally. Cody Rhodes ended up winning and doing his finisher. It was a good match. I mean, geez. Solid win for Cody over actually a quality opponent. Booker T actually looked really good in the ring. I'm hearing this is probably his last match, but even if it's not, he still has it. These two can go at it again. But yeah, Cody Rhodes looked excellent. He looked good. And I'm wondering if maybe they still continue to feud. I'm just all the way to Royal Rumble possibly. You know, Rhodes attacked Booker T twice during the night before they were supposed to have their match. So that's why it was the match was so late in the night. But I don't know who would be the next guy to challenge Rhodes for the IC title. That's what my question is, and I would love to hear y'all's feedback on that. Who you think should be challenging Rhodes for the title? But we will see what happens after that. And last but not least was the main event. CM Punk versus Miz versus Del Rio for the WWE Championship. This match was damn good. A lot of spots, a lot of using of the chair. Ricardo took a nasty fall off the ladder. I thought he was dead. Um, there was a lot of nice spots in this match. Um, CM Punk ended up winning. It was crazy. Del Rio brought handcuffs in the ring. First handcuffed him to a ladder, which he got out of. And then Miz handcuffed CM Punk to the turnbuckle, which CM Punk was able to unscrew and unbuckle the turnbuckle and released himself. Climbed up the ladder, um, knocked Del Rio off, and then got Miz to come down. He did this, go to sleep on him, climbed up back up the ladder, and ended up grabbing the title. So he retained. I thought maybe we would see Brodus Clay, only for the reason is that CM Punk had a little confrontation with uh, John Laurinaitis, and he got back on his phone. So I thought maybe you'll see Brodus Clay come in the match, try to screw CM Punk over, but that didn't happen. So I'm just wondering where they're gonna go with this. I wonder if they're gonna, there's so many opportunities you can give Del Rio and rematches, and this is what his third. So I don't know if I could see Del Rio back in the picture, but maybe Miz, because he only wrestled CM Punk once. So this should be interesting to see what happens tonight on Raw. We're gonna probably see Cena. We're gonna probably see Kane. So it'll be very interesting to see the advancement of the storylines because Royal Rumble isn't to like the 29th of January, so almost nearly a month away, over a month away. So they have a lot of time to get some storylines going and seeing what the hell is going to go down. So that's what I'm curious about, and it should be very interesting. But yep, that's it on my review. Probably it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Apologize for that, but I gave it to y'all. I'll have my Raw review up tomorrow as well. I'm curious to think what you guys thought of the pay-per-view and what you thought about Daniel Bryan winning the title. Please comment down below. Last time I asked for comments, I got like a dozen comments, which was awesome. It was good to see some. So please comment down below, subscribe. Just let me know your feedback, what you think about what's going on in the WWE, what you think is going to go on with the storylines and the advancement of the CM Punk storyline or the Daniel Bryan storyline. Just leave your feedback and or like it or thumbs down this video if you didn't like it. Appreciate all you guys watching as always, and you guys have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.